friends, your favorite besties are back for another episode of No Ma'am. I'm Will, and this is my co-host.
Alani. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a single episode of No Man.
All right, fashion fam, gather around. The 2025 Met Gala has once again turned the Metropolitan Museum of Art into the epicenter of style. And this year's theme was Superfine Tailoring Black Style, which was nothing short of a symphony. So, in today's episode, we're diving deep into how this theme paid homage to the elegance and resilience of Black fashion, spotlighting the artistry of Black designers and the cultural significance of dandyism. From the sharper suits to the boldest of statements, we'll unpack the looks that honor the themes and those that slightly missed a mark. So,
Slightly.
whether you're a fashion novice or a seasoned style savant, join us as we explore the threads that wove this unforgettable night together. And so, if you are listening to this on Spotify, Apple, or iHeartRadio, we're actually going to be showing our screen. So just head over to YouTube if you want to see the visuals. But we'll talk about the looks. We'll let you know who the persons are that we're talking about. So you at least have a general idea. So if you're searching it up, you know exactly what we're talking about. Now, just a preference, we're not going to talk about all the looks. We're going to talk about some of them because it's so many celebrities that was at the Met Gala. And for us to talk about every single one of them would be
Or
ridiculous.
we'd be here all fucking day. Nobody would watch that. Or who knows?
All
Some people
day.
might.
Right. Well, but we will probably be here all day. Like it
Yeah,
will be
literally.
wild. So we're not going to do that. Right. So, right. Let's get this thing started. So first, I really wanted to go back into the lookbook so people get an idea of the reference of what dandyism is. Right. Obviously, dandyism means just style, right? It's impeccable style. It's everything put together. It's really sharp lines. It is tailoring. It is suits. And if you put that into Black dandyism, it comes with a whole level of like confidence. It is someone who exudes confidence. A really great reference is Dapper Dan. So if you're into fashion, then you know like Dapper Dan with what he did with like Gucci patterns and the Harlem of it all. He really was, I would say, a really great example of dandyism. And here's some of the references that I think really showed cased what this theme was all about. I thought that was good.
And I think one thing to mention or to note with traditionally what kind of Black dandyism was it was never super loud. It was never like super over the top. Yes, obviously, some pattern choices could be considered a little bit loud, but it was never super over the top. It never went into like the route of campy. It was not that. It was about, like Will said, selling the confidence and being confident in the look, but never about necessarily kind of calling all the attention to yourself. And I think as we get on in the rest of while we're talking about the looks, I think some people kind of forgot that and they really did go that route. And that's not what traditionally Black dandyism was. But we'll get into those looks as we go.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think it is an exuberant attention to dress, right? It is a quiet confidence. It is having the clothes, you wear the clothes, but don't have the clothes wear you,
Hmm.
right? Like that is what it is. It's an impeccable style. Obviously, this one was tailoring, right? So it's going to be a lot of like details, a lot of suits, a lot of stitching. And I thought that was great. What I also want to make notice is the lighting. Normally, we talk about the Met Gala. The Met Gala doesn't have the greatest of lighting, but this year, for some reason, the theme was elevated with the lighting, and so we were able to see the makeup. We was able to see some of like the details that a lot of these celebrities put in their face, and I thought it was just an amazing sight to see. I was so excited to see this showcase. So the co-chairs I did want to talk about are Pharrell Williams, ASAP Rocky, Lewis Hamilton, and Coleman Domingo. And so each of them represents a different type of Black dandyism, which I thought was also really interesting to notice. And we'll break down the individual looks. So first we had Coleman Domingo, and he was paying tribute to the late great Andre Leon Talley. And honestly, I did not like the reveal. I liked the coat more than I liked the suit.
I liked both. I really liked both. The coat was obviously amazing. It was so grand. It was so over the top, which I know I kind of just said kind of missed the mark on what Black dandyism is. But then I think the reveal was exactly that. It was a suit that was perfectly tailored to him. It was just a little bit like loud, but not anything crazy. I really love the different patterns on it. I love that huge flower that he had on the lapel. I thought it was really well done. I love this look. This is one of my favorite looks of the night.
Yeah, no, I mean the look is amazing, right? Like it's still good. I just prefer the Andre Leon Talley look. Just me personally. I thought it was just great for him to reference someone as referential as Andre Leon Talley,
Hmm.
right? Because I think Andre Leon Talley is an example of Black dandyism. So that in its own, like the symbolism of that piece, I thought it was great. Now, what I would prefer is something more grand underneath that. Yes, but was this suit tailored to perfection? Absolutely. Was the black and white amazing? Yes. And did Coleman Domingo, did he look great? He looked amazing. It, all in all, it was an amazing look.
Valentina, your smile is beautiful. That's all I'm thinking. Literally. Like his smile. Oh my God. Like
Yes.
Coleman?
Yes. Him and
Coleman.
him and his husband looked really like they looked
He's
really good
married.
on the
Okay.
on he has a whole husband and everything. Yes. All right. And so obviously just to continue this co-chair going on, we had Lewis Hamilton, we had Pharrell, and then we had ASAP Rocky. There's one thing I wanted to mention is that ASAP Rocky's cane is in the shape of a gun. And so if you notice on like I think it was on one of his Instagram stories or one of those lives that he was on getting ready to go to the Met Gala, he was almost going to show the cane on the video, but then realized, oh shit, because he just beat that gun charge. And so he couldn't have like he just beat that gun charge. So he was like, Joel, no ma'am, like I can't show this on the thing. And you
No,
can
man.
see like you can see this going in his head, like, oh shit, wait, no. So I just thought it was really funny to do that. But again, like I said in the beginning, they all have three different versions of Black Dandyism. And so I think each one of them fits their individual personalities.
Yes. My favorite one of the three was definitely Lewis. I love the little beret he had. That suit is perfectly tailored to him. I would have preferred a different color shoe, not the black. I think it kind of clashes a little bit, just a little bit too much for me. But overall, this is a wonderful look. And I love when straight men don't just wear some basic ass tuxedos to the Met Gala. Because, historically, they almost always do that. So I love when they're not afraid to come out of their comfort zone and really show some fashion.
Yeah. My favorite was Pharrell, and I know that there's some people who give Pharrell like they're giving him some flack for that because they thought it was really simple. One, I thought the blazer jacket was impeccably tailored, and those pants had a little flare at the bottom, and it's
Those,
that little tiny detail that I was like, that little flare at the bottom is what's it. Like that is what it's giving.
no, that flare was cut. I need those pants. I want those.
Yes. It's very like, but it's also it's a quiet confidence for
Hmm.
Pharrell, and if those of us who are familiar with Pharrell knows that Pharrell is not someone who's very loud,
He never has been. He's always been
right?
very quiet.
Right,
And
and
his
so
he's
this is an example of that. Yeah,
yeah, yeah, exactly that.
so I love that, and obviously ASAP, like if you know you're dealing with Rihanna, you got to step your fashion game up, and I like that he is finding his identity in fashion outside of Rihanna, right? So that people won't be like, oh, well, Rihanna's the one that's making him. Like, no, I think that he's finding his own identity in terms of the fashion world. So and fun fact, I think this was his design from his fashion company. So he was wearing his clothes.
I mean, that's cut. Um, I would have wanted just a little bit more of like I don't know, maybe some accessories on the jacket or maybe a different cut of pants. Looks good. I just wanted just a little bit more, especially him being a culture.
Yeah. But again, he's
That
wearing
came
his
though.
own company.
That in itself is cut. That in itself is cut because who does that?
Yeah. So he was referencing like his own self and his own company. So you got to give him credit for that piece. So, all right. So obviously, we want to start off with Diana Ross, right, and her daughter, Tracy Ellis Ross. And there's a sneak peek of her son in there, Evan Ross, too. He's like by his mom. But okay, so this is a hot take, but I did not like this look from Diana Ross.
I did. I liked the look. I did not like it for this theme necessarily. I think it was just a little bit too much. I loved it. Bitch, I love me a fucking train. I love me a big hat. And that is exactly what this is. Um, I just thought it was, I didn't think it fit the theme super well. Maybe some people will disagree, and that's fine. But I think this is a beautiful look for Diana Ross.
Yeah, but I didn't like it. I also didn't like Tracy's look either. And I felt like the Rosses missed the mark on this. Diana was not, she didn't fit the theme for me. I'm sorry. Obviously, we're going to give her credit because she's been an icon and a trailblazer for so many years. So we give her that. We give her flowers. Her train, that coat was like a family tree, so it had her lineage on it. So it was like her like grandkids' names and her children's names on the coat. So she gets extra points for that. But was this dandyism? I didn't get dandy from this. I didn't get like super fine tailoring. I didn't get that from that. Um, and then on the other hand, actually you had Tracy Ellis Ross, and so I thought this was a little bulky for me.
Who's that girl?
I see the idea, but I wanted it to be a little bit more form fitting.
That I don't like the pants. I don't like the fit of the pants. I think it looks like she stuffed a whole bunch of diapers down her pants, or is wearing like an inflatable costume. And I don't like all the different colors on this. Like I don't like that the pants are different color from the hat, which is different color from the blazer, and a different color from the bow. It's more black dandyism than what her mother wore, but I don't think it's a good look. And I'm sorry to say that because I love Tracee Ellis Ross and I think she's fabulous. I wasn't a huge fan of this look.
Yeah, no, I thought the Rosses missed the mark, and I was a little disappointed um, because there is someone who referenced Black dandyism from a look that Diana has done. We're going to talk about that person in a couple of slides, but I thought Diana should have leaned into that era of her when it came to dandyism, but she didn't. And so I was a little like underwhelmed for that. And so speaking of someone who referenced Diana Ross was Zendaya. That is the Diana Ross look that I thought Diana should have done. And so if you watch the videos when Zendaya was saw Diana pass her, she was like, she's the reference, right? She is the reference. But unfortunately, we have a who wore it best between Zendaya and Anna Sawai. And honestly, I'm gonna let you go to see who wore it best in your opinion.
I prefer Zendaya forehead down, but I prefer Sawai's hat. I think Zendaya's was just like slightly fit better. There was still some issues with the fit. Like you could see like the cringing on the side of the pants. So it wasn't like perfectly tailored to her, but just for my particular style, I prefer that kind of much more tighter fit. But they both look great. They both look great. I just preferred Zendaya over Sawai.
Same. I thought
Okay.
Zendaya looked amazing.
Okay.
Yeah, I preferred hands down. I thought she had the better look. Mind you, this is from two separate designers, so it wasn't the same designer. So here's some tea. Anna Winter, they said that she has to approve all the looks that come on the runway.
Apparently not, girl. American
So
apparently not.
my thing is, if that's so, did she approve this to be a who wore it better, or is this proof that she does not approve all looks that go on the runway?
I think it's more proof to fit my French vanilla fantasy. I think it's proof that she doesn't approve every single outfit. Because listen, some of these people have walked down this runway, and we're sitting here like Anna approved this. It also could have been a situation where like she did it on purpose to get that rumor to die down, so people don't criticize her as much. I don't know. Did you see Law's reaction though when he saw her come down the runway?
Yes.
I
He's
love that.
like,
His
it's gonna
face,
be
he's
a
like in an interview and he just like that side eye. I was like, oh, he's
yes.
mad. Oh, he's mad.
Oh, he's so pissed
He's
because that's
livid.
one thing law does not do. Law does not like law is very intentional, right? And so the fact that he had a who wore it best, like no, law is not and who, especially not his muse Zendaya. Like no,
I loved it. I love the drama it was giving. Season three of RuPaul's Drag Race with Phoenix and India Farrow, where they walk in with the same fucking wig.
all I said was prison, honey, prison.
Prison, prison. That was literally my thought too. Prison.
Like that was a lot. Like I was he had a face crack. It was
Yeah,
like
like he could not focus
wow,
on the interview anymore. He was just like, who the fuck let
no, he
this bitch
couldn't.
walk down the runway?
Right, like who did that? And so that's why I was like, a part of me is like, maybe Anna Wintour does not have full control over all the looks because I don't think that she would probably do this on purpose. But then a part of me was like, maybe she did do it on purpose to get people talking about the Met Gala.
She
Um,
could have.
and so it is possible, right? Like, who knows? Friends, comment below. Who do you think? Does Anna Wintour have all the full control over the looks, or does she not? All right. So next up, we have Lupita, we have Andrew Scott, and then we have Chamel Tillman. And to me, honestly, there's only one person on this slide that fit Black dandyism the best,
Oh yeah,
and
fully.
that's Chamel Tillman.
Oh, yeah, I mean, like, girl, like that looks like a picture straight off of like a history book.
Yes.
Yeah, and I mean, Lupita Nyong'o, one of my favorite actresses, models in the entire world. I think she looked great. I love this look. I love this cape. I love the. I didn't love the hat actually. I'm not gonna say I love the hat. I think it could have been bigger maybe, or a different, slightly different shape. The hat was the only thing I didn't like. Everything else I loved. Andrew Scott, I like that he again tried something a little bit different. It is tailored pretty well to him. Not a huge fan of the colors. That's it.
Yeah, I just wish his suit was in a different color.
Yeah. Or the shirt underneath. I don't know. I just
It's
I
something
think that
about this color pattern that just was not giving me what I needed.
yeah, the pastel with like that really bright vest with that mustard yellow. No, ma'am. No fucking
It's
ma'am.
a no man for me. I was just like, what is this? Lupita's, it wasn't bad. I just wish that it wasn't as flowy. And I
Do you
think
want it
that's
to be
because of the
stiffer?
cape. Yes, and I wanted it to be like tailored. Like I didn't want it to be loose. I wanted it to be form fitting.
Okay, I can see that. I can see. I mean, you know, I love a flowy cape. So, bitch, anytime somebody wears one, that's instant. Yes, ma'am. Points for me. The only thing I did not like about this look was that fucking hat.
Right. Also, Tramel Tillman, like that hairstyle
Again,
from top to bottom,
picture perfect,
amazing.
straight out of a history book. I love this. This is. I feel like he captured Black dandyism. One of the people who captured Black dandyism the best the whole night.
Correct. It was very Langston Hughes, and I was like, this is it. This is that quiet confidence, right? This is that time period. This is the Harlem Renaissance to me. Like, this is Black tailoring. It's super fine. And I was like, this is really great. And also, Tramel Tillman is in one of my favorite shows, Severance. Just saying, had to throw that in there because for my Severance geeks out there, if how y'all like in season two, please don't spoil it for me because I have not watched it yet, but I will get to it. Okay. Then we had Janelle Monáe, Shabuzi, and Andre 3000. What were your thoughts?
Let's talk about Janelle Monáe first. I really like this look. I think it teetered a little bit into campy, which again
Hmm.
was not necessarily what this runway is, but Janelle does campy really fucking well.
Hmm.
I loved every single little detail down to that fucking clock monocle actually working and like ticking. I thought that was amazing. This suit is perfectly tailored to her. Not the biggest fan of the cape. It was all right. My favorite thing was the actual suit and that hat with the tiki monocle. I could have done without the cape, honestly.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think Janelle did a decent job at melting futurism and Black dandyism, right? With a little bit of like artistic, there was a little Picasso, a little, a little Dolly happening, right? And I was like, this is good. But did I think it teetered a little more on the campy side? Yes. Did I mind it from Janelle? No, because that is her style and she can do it well. So yes, it didn't bother me so much. I think if it was done on somebody else, I probably would have been like, no. But I see what she did. She took it and made it a fashionable route, and didn't stay true to like the 100% of the theme. And I give her points for being original. So I would have to say, like, she got a yes man for me.
Absolutely, yes, ma'am.
She would have gotten over if it wasn't so campy.
That that if she had toned the camp down a little bit. Um, I think it's an over as a look in general, as a look
Yes,
for the theme of the Met Gala that night. It's a yes, ma'am.
correct. And then obviously Andre 3000 to me is someone when I think about Black dandyism as a person, I always think of him, where he has this quiet confidence about him, something about his expression through clothes, I think represents dandyism. Did I like the piano that he was wearing? Not so much. I thought it cheapened the look, which probably is a really expensive piano. But to me, I just thought it took away from the look.
Yeah, I didn't get the piano. I felt like that was just extravagance for extravagance sake. I didn't understand the meaning behind it. Maybe there was. Maybe he's explained it and I just didn't catch it. I just don't think it really fit the theme. Because to me, what he's actually wearing is not that great either. Like it looks
Hmm.
like Michael Myers, like killer suit, no shade. Just wasn't a huge fan of it. And again, the piano I think just takes away from anything that he could have possibly been trying to do.
Yeah, no, I mean, obviously the reference of the piano is we're the backbone of music, right?
Mhm.
Like, um, and so he has to carry this burden, right? And that was the symbolism of the piano.
Okay,
It's
see
like,
that I love.
right, like that is the whole idea of it. Right? Obviously, our music was a rebellion towards what was happening, obviously, in the world around us. Andre 3000 is very smart when it comes to like his messaging. And was this a political statement on the Met Gala? Yes. I just think that once again, if you want to think about, obviously we review RuPaul's Drag Race, so if we have to explain the look, that means we didn't do it correctly. So if we want to take that same critique over to the Met Gala, it's the same thing.
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
So let's talk about Shabuzi because
I love this. Sorry, I got it early, but I fucking love this
I
because
hated it.
I love this because I feel like he is embracing his femininity, and I adore that. I love when a cisgendered man is not afraid to kind of wear something a little bit more feminine. I love the way the chains kind of dangle around him, the way they fall. Love the hats. Love the pants. I really, really enjoyed this look.
I didn't like it. I really didn't like it. I was really trying to find some good things about it.
I
I
really
just did
like
not like
this.
the look. I didn't like the look. Didn't like it. I thought that it was. I don't know what I thought. I didn't know what it was. I honestly didn't. But what I would say, no shade, but Sabusi is thick, and I didn't know that he was that thick. But baby, them hips. I was like, okay,
Them hips don't
Shabusi,
lie.
like this is sweet honey bucket. Like, okay. Um. So, with that said, I didn't like the look.
I love it. It's a yes fucking man for me.
No, it got a soft ma'am. It's not
I don't like you.
horrible.
You
So
get a no man for me.
I wouldn't have given it a no ma'am, but it's a soft ma'am for me. Very soft. Okay. So now we have Jenny from Blackpink, and obviously we have Rihanna. And to me, I think both of these looks are overs. I really enjoyed both of them in two different ways. Jenny really embodied a suit for me, which I thought, but still made it woman, right? Still embraced the femininity. It's still tailored. It has a hint of a little rebellion with the pants, right underneath the big old bustle of the like the dress. I love a dress that turn that's actually pants. I love that shit. I don't know what it is, but I love it when it's done correctly. Like yes, and then the pants fall directly above the ankle, which is right on point. The stance, and for her to be an Asian queen and coming out and doing it like this, she got her points for me. She got her tens. I had to give her tens.
I mean, yeah, she looks beautiful. Not quite an over for me. Yes, ma'am. Very high yes, ma'am. Um, but she looks beautiful. Like you said, love a pant dress moment. The pants fit so well. I think she really hit the nail on the mark with tailored to you.
Hmm.
Like this dress, this outfit, this gown, this pantsuit, whatever the fuck you want to call it, was made for her, and she absolutely served. She looked beautiful. That confidence was everything. I thought she was. I thought she absolutely ate.
Eight. And then Rihanna always eats.
I mean, Rihanna's the queen of the Met Gala. Come on, like with the reason people show up to the Met Gala the way they do now is because of Rihanna and that yellow coat that she wore a few years ago. She put the Met Gala back on the map. So everybody say thank you, Rihanna. But I think she looks great. I love that she's highlighting the little baby bump. I love a big old hat, and I that is as big as a hat can get. And I love that hat. I love the shape of it. I love the color of this whole outfit. I think she looks great, and I love the shoes. The little pointed pump. I love pump.
She ate. She
Yeah,
ate. And I'm gonna give her credit, right? Like she ate, she looked comfortable. It still gave the theme, but still was subtle. There's a subtle confidence to both of these looks. I think is great. I think this is where styling comes into play for both of them because they're not over the top. They're straight about the looks, which I think is great. Obviously, they have a little jewelry and a little chain, and Rihanna has some of the little handkerchiefs going on, but just the right amount of color on Rihanna and just the right amount of like jewelry and then black and white on Jenny. So I was like, both of them, I had to put both of them together on a page because I said they both ate to
they
me.
did. They really did. And this is where I could see the similar comparisons. Were they the
Hmm.
same? No, they're both wildly different, but I could see why people would kind of compare them, honestly.
And then we had Brian Tyree Henry, we had Jodie Turner Smith, and we had Tessa Thompson. And so I put these all together on a page. One, because they're all actors, right? Obviously, actors and actresses. But there is elements to each of them that I think work. And there's elements to each of them that I think do not. What's your thoughts?
I like Brian Terry's look as a whole. I know, actually, it's a yes, ma'am. I really like this. I like the color of it. I like the jacket, robe, cape. I'm not sure what to call it, honestly. I love that. I love the embellishments on it. I do think they clash a little bit. A little bit.
Hmm.
Like I love them separately. As a whole, maybe not. Maybe if the color of the suit matched the color of the cape a little bit better, I think it would have been better. I like the boots. I don't like the boots on this. And I love the gloves.
My thoughts exactly. Right. I think there is elements to his look that work, and I think there is elements to that look that does not. I don't think all of the elements go together and make it one cohesive look. I think there is elements of black dandyism, not so much the black side of dandyism, but just dandy in general, right?
Mhm.
That proper, right? That attention to dress is there. I think it's more on the medieval side of things versus like the black dandyism. And so that's why I would say that yes, his look fit the brief to a point. And then that moves me over to Jodie Turner Smith in the middle, right? There is elements of that medieval dandyism with the color, right? Obviously, with that hat, the shape of the hat. Does it fall? Does this one fall a little bit into camp too? Yes, but not as much as Tessa Thompson's look that falls into camp with the shape of that dress coat. I'm not sure with the little hat. She's giving me very much the Mad Hatter vibes
I
from
think
Alice through the Looking Glass.
it's giving me more
And
Willy Wonka.
you get Willy Wonka from Tessa. I get Willy Wonka from Jodie Turner Smith. I don't get
Sorry,
Willy
yes, I
Wonka
thought we were still
from.
talking. I thought we were still talking about Jodie Turner-Smith, girl.
Yes, Jodie Turner-Smith
Yeah,
gives me Willy Wonka. Now, Tessa Thompson gives me the Mad Hatter from Alice Through the Looking Glass.
I don't know. I kind of get more like fuck, what's that series called? Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, like that 1920s kind of Paris aesthetic. That's kind of what I get more from it. I love Tessa Thompson's look. I love the hair, love the hat. I love the shape of this jacket, dress thing.
I don't know what
I
it
don't
is.
know what the fuck to call. I love the tie. The tie for me was everything, and I love the fucking shoe, bitch. That is a high fucking heel.
Tessa Thompson was in the Fantastical Beast, right? She was in that movie though.
No, I think you're thinking of
No, she was in that movie.
no, it was somebody get this name for me. Fuck. It wasn't her. It was what's that
You sure that she
famous?
was not in the
It
movie?
was I'm pretty sure it wasn't her. It was she has a famous father who is a rock star, Lenny Kravitz. It was Zoe Kravitz.
Was it?
It was Zoe Kravitz, yes.
She wasn't in the Fantastical Beast?
Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find not Fantastical Beasts, girl. Clearly you never read the books. No, it was Fantastic Beasts and it was sorry, I gotta look it up because now I have to know. Eddie Raymond, Catherine Wilson, and Fuller. It was the second one. Zoe Kravitz.
She wasn't in it?
No, it was Zoe
It was
Kravitz.
Zoe. It was
Yeah.
Zoe. Yeah. Well, I feel like Tessa Thompson was in a magical movie.
She is Valkyrie in the Avengers movies in the
No,
Marvel
not that
MCU.
one, but I feel like she was in like another like magical movie.
And in Black? Maybe that's what you're
Was
thinking
she in
about?
Men in Black?
She wasn't Men in Black.
No, I feel like she was in a magical movie, but I
I don't
digress.
know.
Yes. Okay. So, all right. This is pretty shady of me, and I did this on purpose when I put the deck together. That I put Lauryn Hill, Nicki Minaj, and Cardi B on one
You
slide
fucking bitch.
for a reason, because there is one look on here that I am in love with, and then there's two looks that I hate.
Well, which one do you like, girl? Don't keep
The
us in
first one, which is the one?
suspense.
What do you think is the one I like?
Cardi
What do you
B.
think is my favorite look? Yes,
Cardi B.
I love this Cardi B
Yeah.
look.
I
This
mean,
fucking Cardi B look is amazing.
yeah, fully. I love the hair. That hair is I love that fucking hair. I love that earring she's wearing. I love how, the titties are out, but not like too out. I feel like it's perfect for the theme. Because Miss Cardi ain't afraid to have her titties out.
Correct.
But I think she covered them up just enough for the theme. I love the girl, I hate green. Fucking hate green. Everybody who's watched us knows I fucking hate green. But I love this green. On her at least. Whatever. No, I loved it on her though, and I
Yes, I
love
did
all
not like
those
Nicki,
detailing on the actual outfit.
but I did not like Nicki's look because for some reason Nicki just kept holding her titties, and I don't know what it was about it, but it just was so distracting to me, and I felt like the flower or like the bouquet on the shoulder, I felt like it was too big.
I didn't like this headpiece either.
Yeah,
That thing in her hair.
yeah,
No,
yes, and I don't know what Lauryn Hill was doing. I don't know.
I also really, really hate Nikki's skirt. I'm sorry. What the fuck was going on with that? It just doesn't look like it fits that well. Don't like the material that was used. Why does she look so mad? I'm guessing maybe she was having a wardrobe malfunction, and that's why she's like holding it up, and maybe that's
I
why
don't
she
know,
looks
but she did that the
pissed.
last time. She did that the last time when she had the wardrobe malfunction. She kept holding her titties. But I'm looking at it like this: like when you get these clothes like fitted for you, like tell them, hey, listen, I'm bigger now that I had a baby, so like my titties are bigger. So could you make sure that I feel really comfortable with my titties?
Girl, super glue that shit on.
I'm just saying. Sometimes she gets, and this is probably controversial, and the barbs might come for me in the comments, but sometimes she gets on my last fucking nerves because I'm like,
On your fucking
girl,
nerve.
like on my last nerve, like this is my nerve, and it's the last one, and I just be like, what the hell?
She needs to get another stylist. Maybe we should chill, because listen, those barbs, they mean.
Listen,
They
they can come
fucking
for us
mean.
all day. they're gonna talk about, oh, that we're fat and we think we know what we're talking about and we should kill ourselves and all that stuff. And what's new? I didn't heard it before, so it is what it
Fair,
is.
fair enough. That is very fair. And y'all
Like,
can give my address out. I don't give a fuck.
they're not like no.
Give my number. Maybe some hot daddy will text me.
Hello, you never know, right? But Lauren Hill, I don't know what Lauren Hill was thinking. I really don't know what she was thinking. I'm
I
so
hate the
confused.
shape of this. Don't like the color. I think it's a little too pastel. Nah, no, ma'am.
Listen, and
Next.
friends, it's so funny because we fully said that we was gonna make this like episode 30 minutes, and we are not making the
Fuck.
episode 30 minutes,
We're
and
only like halfway through.
and we're only halfway through, and it's so on brand for us to have these long ass episodes. So you're welcome because we're gonna give you our unfiltered opinions on these looks. So, okay, all right. Speaking of ones that miss the mark, and please don't come for me and thinking that I'm racist because I put all of the Latin American artists together in one, but I just thought there's only one artist on this page that really fit the brief in his own traditional way, and that was Bad Bunny.
I mean, Bad Bunny will
And
always slay a runway.
yeah, but I also think he made black dandyism and superfine tailoring fit him and his culture
That
without culturally appropriating.
and that's I mean that's Bad Bunny. That's what he always does, and I love him for that, and I respect him for that. Am I a huge fan of his music? Not really. Not really my style. There's definitely some bops that I listen to. But what I really like about Bad Bunny is he is very unapologetically himself, and he's always calling attention to his heritage and his culture, and problems that his people experience constantly. And I love that about him. I love that about him. Like right now, he's going on tour and conveniently left out the US, conveniently. Which, as a fan, yes, I'm kind of mad. I'm like, oh, I want to go see him. But at the same time, like, oh, I mean, you go, Bad Bunny. Like, you do that. Like, absolutely, yes. Stand up for yourself, stand up for your people. And I will always love that about him. The other two, Shakira, no fucking ma'am. I'm sorry. I think the dress by itself was okay. I hated this huge thing behind her, which I usually love a train. I didn't like this one. And I hated those gloves. Those gloves
But this
just,
dress was done before. This is the same dress that another celebrity wore to the Met Gala. It's the same dress. I forgot who it was, but it's the same dress.
and I don't want somebody to think I, I don't know. I don't want somebody to cancel me for it because it's not meant out of malice. I just think she could have done something a little bit different with her hair.
Mm,
And I don't want people to think I'm like coming for her because it's curly or whatever or and whatnot. Because people will twist their words every type of way. I just think for what the dress was, she maybe could have done her hair a little bit differently.
yeah, I don't think it fit this theme. I'm so like I get it. Like I don't think it fit the theme, and honestly, and it's from everything from the color to the fit to the dress to the whole entire aesthetic. I just don't think it fit the theme. And it's the same thing with J Balvin, right? Like there is something off about this look. I feel like it should have been more tailored, and it's a little ill-fitting. It wasn't tailored enough for me, and it didn't give me enough dandyism, and I wanted a little bit more dandyism.
Very.
Like Bad Bunny is a dandy.
I also just don't love that color on J Balvin, honestly. Maybe that's just me being
Fair, po-
picky, but no man.
fair point. Fair point. Okay. So now let's talk about Doechii. Let's talk about Coco Jones and Megan Thee Stallion. What did you think?
I like Megan Thee Stallion's look as in general. I think it's a
Hmm.
good look. Did it fit the theme? I don't think so. I love the coat. I love that it's long. Again, love a train. I love the actual dress itself. I don't think it fit the theme quite well. When it comes to Doechii, I didn't really like this. I'm sorry. I did not like, I know it's Louis Vuitton. I'm not a fan of the Louis Vuitton pattern that they're known for. I'm sorry, that's just me. So seeing this as the entire look, I did not like the length of the shorts or the particular fit. I hate, this is just me, and this is definitely the millennial in me. I hate high socks. I hate those. And I don't give a fuck if somebody's gonna tell me and be like, oh no, it's high fashion, you don't know fashion. I don't give a fuck. You can say whatever you want. I hate high socks. Socks should not go above your fucking ankles. Again, that's just me. That's just me. And that's one of the reasons I didn't like it. And finally, Coco Jones. I really like this. I love the texture of it, the the material that was used. I love the fact that it's pants, but it still has like a long flowy train. I love the color on her.
Same. I think you pretty much summed up everything I was gonna say.
Okay.
Like literally. I know I love Coco Jones. I think Coco Jones is someone to watch out for. So I really enjoyed her look. I like that she teetered on androgyny, right? Like I like that on first glance, it's like, oh, it's your boy. But then if you're like, oh wait, that's Coco Jones. Like I like that because I think that fits into the theme very well. And I thought that was really smart. Dolce, I just don't like the conflicting Louis Vuitton patterns. One, I don't like the Louis Vuitton pattern to begin with. So just like you, I don't like the pattern. And so the conflicting patterns between the two, yeah. Also, I was a little underwhelmed that this was like she was covered under like a little box or umbrellas, whatever it is, and then she had this big reveal into this,
I was
and I
expecting
was
way
confused.
much more. So much more. That, ooh, not my grammar being horrible. But yeah, I think that was a whole lot of drama for nothing. It was a whole lot of pushing for just a itty bitty tiny little piece of shit.
Yeah, and also I think Megan, she looks pretty. I just think Megan just looks pretty, right? It's a pretty look. I don't get theme, I don't get originality, right? I don't get anything, but it's also a really pretty look, right? I
It
think it's very
is. It
safe.
is.
And so when I was putting this brief together, I was like, she had a very safe look. And it wow me, but it also didn't make me be like, oh, what is she wearing, right? It was more like, it's just there. So,
That. Yeah, very that.
okay. So talk about a reveal. We have Damson Idris, and okay. So there's some pros and some cons to this. The pros is this is how you do like marketing, right? Like if you want to sell something, if you are like a face of a brand and you want to sell your product, this is how you do it. The Met Gala is the perfect stage to do so. Also, the reveal works, splitting that in half and revealing into this other outfit. Great. The cons was the fact that you did this on the Met Gala stage, and right, you did this on the Met Gala stage. Like,
This
no,
is not where you go to do promo, girl.
right.
Absolutely not.
Did I
I
like
that
the suit?
I love the suit.
Yes,
I love that suit. I love that color on him. I love the fabric. I love the jacket. Like literally, I love everything about this the suit that was revealed afterwards. The shoes, everything impeccable. He looks so fucking good. Like I saw that, and I was like, ooh, like, somebody get me into his DMs like now. Uh, but like what you said, don't do this at the fucking Met Gala, girl. Like what? I don't. I just feel like this is not the time and place. Promoting your own movie, no, girl, this is not where you go. This is not where you go do it. Save that for the press tour. It was a good
correct.
fucking reveal. It was a good reveal. It was
It
the
was
wrong time
amazing.
to do it.
Surely was.
Yeah. At
Surely
least
was.
this particular reveal. I'm not saying no reveals on the Met Gala. I'm just saying what his outfit pre-reveal, no. Or why he chose to do the reveal.
Correct. I'm with you. Okay. So let's talk about Joey King, Henry Golden, and Lord.
We're not
I
talking
want to
about
talk
Joey
about,
King. All I'm gonna say is no fucking ma'am. And that's it.
okay. I really want to talk about Lord because there was this controversy between if Lord really fit the theme or she did not fit the theme. Honestly, I liked it.
I don't like it. I don't like how it fits on her, or maybe the way it shapes her. I don't like the color either. Those are the reasons I don't like it. Does it kind of fit the theme? Yes. I think she kind of gets some points for that. I just don't like the actual look itself.
No, right? Okay, I can see that. I like the look from the front. I don't like the look from the back. And if you look at Joey King's photo, you can see Lord from the back. I don't like it from the back, but from the front, I don't mind it.
I prefer it more from the back, honestly.
Screaming,
Because at least we
screaming.
can't see that ugly ass top. Anyway,
What about Henry Golden? What did you think?
Daddy, I think it was a very safe look.
It was
It was
very
meh.
safe.
It was
I
meh.
mean, he can use an iron on the pants, but
Hopefully. Girl,
or maybe
you
a
need to
little
fire your
steamer,
assistant.
maybe a little steamer on the
I
pants.
love that little speck of hair, that little strand of hair, just, casually falling on his face. I
Thought it
love
was
that.
very pedestrian, and I wanted more. I feel like
Oh
he
no,
has that
fully
suit
pedestrian.
in his closet.
Yeah, but like, I mean, I don't know much about Henry Golden. Ooh, did I just fuck with my lipstick? But I don't think I've ever seen him in anything close to this. But again, I'm not necessarily a Henry
Same,
Golden fan, so I wouldn't really
same.
know if
I
this
don't know
is
that
something
man.
that's kind of out of his comfort zone. For me, just
I don't
very
know this.
meh.
I don't know this man. I don't know this man. First of all, I don't even know Joey. I don't know Joey King either.
You know what's funny? I know Joey King. Can I remember the last thing I saw her in? Absolutely fucking not. But I've seen her in several movies, but I cannot tell you the last movie that I watched where that she was an actress in.
The only person on this slide that I knew was Lord. That's it.
Forgot about Lord Girl. The games are
No,
gonna
I
come
think
for me
Lord
for
forgot
saying
about
that.
her. I think Lord forgot about
I think
herself.
Lord forgot she was Lord.
I think so because girl, she ain't got no makeup on. What she do it
Oh,
is
she
little to none.
that is not what you do at the Met Gala. A no makeup look at the Met Gala? Girl, go home.
She is
What are you doing
yes,
here?
it is a no makeup look, and I'm just like I don't know.
Uh,
It just it, but a part of me likes it from the front, but from the back, I don't like it. Now, let's talk about looks that I did like. That I did think were really good. I listen, there's two on this page that I thought were really good, and I'm going to tell you
yes.
why I like those two. There was two,
Yes.
three, not so much, but it was two of them that I really enjoyed.
Okay.
And there was one that had potential that could have been really good. So we have Whoopi Goldberg, we have Angela Bassett, and we have Jeremy Pope. Now, Angela ate everyone up, like ate down. Angela Bassett ate everyone up. Attitude, style, pose, look, ate down.
I love Angela's confidence and presence that she exudes. She always knows she's the baddest bitch, and she will always absolutely sell that. I'm not the biggest fan of the look, but the way she sells it makes you a fucking fan. I don't like the pattern. I really do not like the pattern, but I like parts of the look. I like the heel, I like the cane, I like the fit, and I love the kind of mesh underneath it. For me, it's really the pattern. I don't like the pattern.
I can see that. And my second look that I really enjoyed was Jeremy Pope's.
Oh, thank God. I thought you were about to say fucking whoopee.
And the reason why I like Jeremy Pope is that
I like the simplicity
his,
of it.
no, but his shirt or his jacket was made from a potato sack. And so it was giving, there's a reference to this. It's like we've made clothes or we've made something out of nothing. And I thought that representation and that symbolism on the runway of this theme for the Met Gala, coupled with the tailoring of the pants and the shoes, the makeup, and the finger waves in his hair, everything.
Oh yeah, no,
Jared Pope, you fucking better.
he absolutely ate. I love that reference. He just looks so good, and I honestly like. I know the critique I gave to some of the other people were like, I think it needed to be a little bit more extravagant or a little bit louder. I love the simplicity of this. It works so fucking well. Sometimes you don't need all the extra shit. And I think this is a perfect example of that. Like it's a
Perfect.
fucking potato sack.
Yes. He made something out of nothing, which is very like rebellious in its own right.
Hmm.
It's very reminiscent of what blacks did back then, right? Making something out of nothing. And I thought it was an amazing tribute to that time period. And for him to do it on the stage of the Met Gala, I thought it was great. Now,
Absolutely.
Whoopi's look, there is elements to Whoopi's look that I think could have been good if it just needed to edit.
Hey, you needed to edit this picture the fuck out, is what you needed to do.
It's not bad. I'm not going to say that it's horrible, but there is elements of it that could have went differently. And I think if it was maybe all black, or if it cinched her a little bit. There's some things in
I
which it could have fit differently.
don't like the way it shapes her, and I think it's maybe it could have been reversed. Maybe like the inside could have been white and the outside could have been black, and that would have like slimmed her down a little bit. I don't know. I don't like this. I hate the hat too. I knitted a wider brim for me. I hate the shoe
Like I said,
too,
there is things on this look that could have been edited differently, and I
I
think it would have
guess.
worked
Yeah.
if it was just different editing. This is where styling comes into play, you know?
Yep.
This
Fully.
is where like you just need to figure out the edit.
Hmm.
Okay. So now I want to talk about New York. I want to bring it back to New York and New York City, right? I want to bring it back to the rose that grew from concrete. I want to bring it back to Harlem Rose, right? I want to bring it back to like the Empire State of Mind. Um, Alicia Keys and Swiss Beat and Tiana Taylor. When I say when these looks came on the fucking screen, when I say I screamed in joy, when I say I was like, what the fuck is going on here on this day? In the best way possible. First of all, Tiana, when she took that hat off and it was a fucking do-rag, I said, yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. This whole look was dandyism to the fullest.
Hmm.
It was rebellion. It was expression. She owned the whole thing. I was in love.
Yeah. No, fully. So Tiana Taylor for me had the best look of the night.
Best look.
Over times like a million. There's so many like fine small details in this, down to like the pleating of the cape and or the train, the embroidery in it, this huge flower on the lapel, the chains, the hat, the do-rag, the do-rag, the shoes, like everything about this for me just irked everything. Like absolutely no type of criticism, comment at all. Like this is perfection. One of my favorite, all-time favorite Met Gala looks. Period.
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 Period. With the T.
Yep. And I love the huge shoulders. I love me a shoulder moment. And she ate that.
Listen. Eight. Tiana eight. And you know Tiana's one of the girls. So like you already know she gonna bring it to you. I don't know why we gagging. She
Awfully.
bring it to every ball. But like love it. And then Swiss Beats and Alicia Keys. I like this.
I
This
like it.
this was tailored down.
Oh yeah. I also love that her shawl, I don't know what you call it. But I love that
I
it
think it's a
matched
jacket.
his.
Yep.
I love that it matched his suit. Like it was the same fabric, and I love that. The only thing I did not like about this look, I appreciate what she tried to do. I hate that wig, that hair, headpiece, wig, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Fully. Yeah. I mean, she lost me with with the headpiece.
Yeah,
I love that he had a do-rag on. I thought that was
that's
amazing. I thought that was
that's
so good.
a
That was
do-rag on the
so
Met
good.
Gala. Whoever would have thought? I love that.
Like fucking Swiss Beast looked fine as fuck, okay?
Love that too.
Swiss Beast looked fine as fuck. And I was like, fucking Swiss Beast. I still don't like that, you know, the Mashonda of it all. But I know they've been past that and they've gotten past it and it is what it is. And I'm still on that. But like I've been Team Mashonda for years and I'm gonna continue being Mashonda. But that's one fine man right there.
That is a fun
Okay.
name. That is very fun.
Now there is some misses. We have Tyla, we have Sabrina Carpenter, and we have Kate Tronada. And baby, all of them is no ma'ams.
But no, yeah, fully. Tyler for me, one, I hate this pattern. I hate, not hate. I hate thin vertical stripes. That's just a preference of mine. I don't like the way this fit. It was so wrinkled. It doesn't fit well. I get what she was trying to do with like the oversized like button down, essentially. I just don't like it at all. I mean, who the fuck put her in this? Sabrina, girl, where are your pants? Where are your fucking pants?
Child,
And to
child,
me, this is not a Met Gala look. This is a look she wears on tour, not something to walk down the Met Gala at all.
child.
It was too basic, too simple. I don't think she tried to like spice it up enough. It just completely missed the mark. Is it a cute look? Yes. Is it Met Gala worthy? Absolutely not. And
Don't do
then
that.
Kitchenada, what the fuck is this girl? No, just no, ma'am.
Child. That's not what I said. Ain't nope. Mm-mm. I don't even want to. Nope. Mm-mm. There is nothing nice that I could say about these three looks. So I'm moving on
I'm
to
weak.
Alton Mason. When I say Alton, baby, baby, Alton
Listen,
is so pretty. Alton is so pretty. Like, so pretty.
I really enjoyed this look. Second favorite look of the night for
Second favorite look.
it's a fucking shoulder moment. I love me some big old shoulder pads. I love how straight also like how angular it is. I love that. I love this cutout in his chest. The color, the fabric choices, the eye patch, the hat, everything about this. And again, he just looks good. Like his skin, amazing. Like I need his dermatologist number. Like somebody get me that
Listen, Mason is the number one male supermodel in the world.
for a reason.
Like, butter. His skin is butter. Like, butter. And this is dandyism in a different way, but it's mostly like futuristic dandyism, right? Like this is very like pimp daddy, which is
Mhm.
also a version of dandyism too, right? Like you step out, you're like, where the hoe is at, right? Like that's what he's giving. He's giving very much that. All he needs is a little cane moment. If he would have had a, if you bitch, if you'd have took a cane out that fucking big ass shoulder cape thingy, bitch, I would have lost it, okay? Would have just been like, what? Yes, give it to me. Alton, in more ways than one. Yes. Great. Second favorite look. Nobody touched Tiana's look
Oh,
though. Like
absolutely not.
nobody.
No, that was perfection. And the fact that she was one of the first ones to walk down the runway, everybody else after that like should have just gone home. I'm sorry.
Everybody should have went home. Everybody. It was over for the girls.
Everybody
It
should
was
Sabrina should have
over.
looked at her and been like, "Ooh, girl, take me back to the hotel. I
It
ain't
was
even stepping
over for the
foot
girls.
on that fucking carpet."
Over for the girls. Friends, there you go. That's a wrap on our exploration of the 2025 Met Gala's celebration of Black style. This year's theme wasn't just about fashion, right? It was a powerful narrative of identity, history, and artistry. We'd love to hear your thoughts though. Which look resonated with you the most? Who do you think truly embodied the essence of superfine, and then share your favorites with us on social media. As always, you can send us a DM on Instagram or you can like, comment, and subscribe to this video. We'd love to hear it. But again, don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the world of fashion and culture. Until next time, stay stylish and stay informed.